It's the Infamous One podcast.
Walkie-talkie edition. Because I already gave the idea of walk and talk. So I'm going to call mine walkie-talkie portion of the Infamous One podcast. Talking to all of you while, I'm walking and trying to get some calories and stuff weighed off. But anyway, just breaking in this phone. This iPhone 17 is actually something kind of great. I like the way it looks and yeah, it looks pretty all right. Now let me see something. Hang on, let me see. Nope, don't do that. So it doesn't give me an option to for you guys to see everything correctly. Okay, we'll work on that. So in the meantime, I'll just turn my hat backwards. We'll do it like that. Anyway, this is the first of many because I have to I want to say change up the way I'm doing stuff, but I actually look at it like, nah, I mean change up. No, I gotta add to what it is exactly that I am doing, in this social media climate and this content climate, the way things are, you know, is just really a trip, you know. But for the most part, it's a good thing. It really is. Um, if you're following me here, clearly you see I'm on my YouTube channel at the Infamous DJ Remix. By the way, everything is at the Infamous DJ Remix, but I'm being specific about the reason why I'm on here because this channel and my Patreon, both at the Infamous DJ Remix, are going to work in tangent, hand in hand. And I'm really looking forward to that. That's actually a good thing for me. And I'm looking forward to it. It forced me to, you know, come out my comfort zone because, I have the technical stuff at home already on lock. I got the cameras and all the green screen. But like my boy Pearly Q, shout out to Pearly Q. Follow him on little Patreon and other places and spaces. We have the Q and Remix podcast. I got my hands in three different podcasts, my own Q and Remix and the Mad Mix Show podcast, which is me and my beautiful wife, the Plushy Queen. But I say all that to say, yeah, I do mix shows. I'm a mix show DJ. Trust me. And one thing that I learned is that there's a big difference between doing a mix show from, a real mix show radio standpoint. I'm used to, hey, radio normally, usually, traditionally is a one-way communication. Let's call it what it is. I play the music, you listen. If I'm at a radio station and we have a hotline, you call in and you make a request and we highlight it or whatever. But I still do a live mix show. Shout out to my radio station affiliates, Crate Runner Radio on Odyssey, Tune In Live 365, and who else we got? We got iHeartRadio. There we go. 94.5 The Blaze. Okay. Yes, 94.5 The Blaze, the app, 94.5theblaze.com, on multiple live streaming platforms as well. 24/7 mixing. Who else we got? I got other stations. I have a LinkedIn. Everything is at the Infamous DJ Remix. That's all there is to it. Ain't no different at the Infamous DJ Remix. But I like doing mix shows. I'm a mix show DJ. I mean, I'm a drummer musician first, but I express myself on the turntables. And the thing about it is, I've always enjoyed doing that. And I do like the live interaction. Yeah, I've been streaming live on Twitch. Twitch is not for me. I don't really, it's a gaming platform that attempted to make allotments for DJs. And someone like me, it just ain't, yeah, that ain't gonna, no, that's not gonna work. It's a gaming platform. And then you got a no-fly zone. So there's a list of songs and artists or artists that you can't play on there. I don't like that. Um, TikTok, the big TikTok is cool. Don't get me wrong. But the problem with that is, TikTok is like Home Shopping Network, QVC, and they want to make money off of you selling they stuff. The minute you try to sell your stuff, it's a problem. you know. But what I don't like about it, even including Facebook, love Facebook, but trying to live stream on social media, keyword social media, and TikTok has led the way on this more than anybody else, has forced DJs, if you gonna mix on there, you have to now be talking nonstop. I'm like, well, if you talking nonstop, then how can anyone enjoy the music and what you doing to it? But that's what it is. Hey, give me the hearts, give me the hearts. Even with me, it's like, please, please, cash at me. I've become conditioned to what's going on. But I don't really like that because traditionally, just like I'm a drummer musician first, DJ second, there's certain things that don't change. I don't like that. I don't want to beat you guys over the head. Hey, don't forget, yeah, I don't want to force interaction. And social media is a forced interaction between you, the creator, and the audience. It's a force. It's not like, you can just get on there and then, hey, how you doing? People stop by, whatever. If you don't shout people out, people are spoiled. They think you're their personal jukebox instead of just supporting you and what you're doing and liking what you're doing for the sake of you're good and they like what you do, good, bad, or indifferent. But that's social media. I do mix shows. And the cool thing about the way I do mix shows, even when I'm streaming the video live, excuse me, I give a playback option specifically in Patreon where I have the show with me running my mouth and then me unhosted. So hey, you ain't gotta hear me yapping all the time. What for? That's stupid. But for the most part, I like Patreon. Now, far as the mixed shows are concerned, there's two safe spaces. There's Mixcloud. And again, I say safe space because it's like it is social media, but it really isn't. Mixcloud is for mixed show DJs. Okay, when you want to stream live, you can, and you can stream your video. And again, and you can pay a monthly subscription to be able to house all of your shows. Like I've been on Mixcloud since I think 2015 or 2014, so I got 10 plus years worth of content sitting over there. I even have a situation where you can subscribe to me over there. You know, um, and that's cool. And then when I'm live, you can tip me. Again, it is a safe space, and I really do appreciate that about Mixcloud. And when I'm on, Italy's checking in, Germany's checking in, Japan's checking in, and I do think that's cool globally. Because I don't, if all you do is think about your zip code, that's all. That's where you're gonna stay and play. But for me, I like looking at social media and platforms for content that go out to the world. And so that's cool. My now issue that's catching up with me is, Mixcloud did handle business. They handle business to make sure that artists get paid. It's just, it's a very low number to the creator getting paid. Why? I'll put myself on a chopping block. I have, a subscription right now, and it's 19.99. I don't see 19.99. I can't see 19.99 because 70% of that revenue automatically goes to the artist, and the other 30% is still broken down into service fees and how much Mixcloud is gonna keep and they give me. So put it to you this way: if I'm charging 19.99, you know how much I might see? I might see a couple of dollars. And then Mixcloud, you have to accumulate at least $50 before them to even pay you. Okay, um, but that ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? Plus, if I change my subscription price, I don't have the option to change it for everybody and leave it. So some people were paying $4.99 years ago, that's still paying. So if I got X amount of subscribers, it fluctuates. I don't have control over that. There are people, like I said, I have a lot of my content sitting behind a paywall on Mixcloud. I mean, it's wonderful. If you're a paying supporting subscriber, then you get access, but that's as good as it go. I can't do a subscriber only, just to appreciate the people that's been supporting me. I can't do that. It's technically impossible, you know. But again, just having the stuff housed and wanting to be there and being able to play the music in a safe space and not stress, yeah, you got to chat. People can come. Yeah, idiots can come in there and act up. I had to block someone for the first time a couple of months ago, you know, but it happens. It's a platform, but for the most part, like I said, it's still a safe space. But I'm kind of pulling a lot of my attention off of it, and I'm concentrating on my Patreon. This is where, again, even this video, and what I'm talking about will be over there. I have two tiers. I have thank you for supporting tier, which I'm gonna tell you flat out is only $5. Why? Because Patreon, I'm getting $4.50. So I'd rather charge $5 over there, knowing that I'm getting 90, percent of whatever I charge versus over here. It's just what it is. So I'm saying all that, you know, to say, hey, keep up with your boy because we got a lot of special festivities. This video right here is one of many, like just cut the phone on and start going live, express the DJ. I like horror movies. Um, I like wrestling. There's gonna be a segment called Tell Us How You Really Feel. As an example, everybody loved TLC, Rest in Peace Left Eye. But then when you found out that, Chili had donated to whatever she did publicly, then all of a sudden she was a bunch of bees and this, that, and the other, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Tell us how you really feel. Vlad and Ari Spears, those situations. Again, I'm not talking as if, I'm not in a glass house. Far from it. But tell us how you really feel. I have different segments and stuff that I want to talk about, which here with YouTube, I'm finna be a hell of a lot more active, not just trying to post videos of me mixing. And, I'm playing copyrighted music. I'm gonna do some live vlogging and video and pre-recorded stuff. Just get more active here. What's the use of having a YouTube if I'm not gonna be active? But YouTube and my Patreon is gonna go hand in hand. Why? Because let's go back to Patreon. I'm able to get my numbers and see that, okay, X amount of people is watching, even if they're not saying anything. It's not a forced interaction. I do got people that's been supporting me and following me across many platforms, and now they're over there. There are so many new features that Patreon got. Internal chat and this, that, and the other. I can change the tier. If I go live, I can have it for my subscribers only or this tier only. And I can put my videos over there. Mixes are for sale. All the mix shows, most of them, except for the Thunder Sound mix, is for sale over there. And I can schedule shows and anything to drop. And it's just a wonderful thing. And I'm going to be more active. This year has been a roller coaster, and especially the last couple of months and stuff. Hell, even right now, I'm out here vlogging, but my oldest grandson is graduating from kindergarten today. So, in about a couple of hours, go watch him graduate. And then that's graduation number 3 of this week because my wife has twin girls and they're graduating from high school. They already had their college graduation on Monday, and then they had a BCon, which is, for our African American graduates, and then our actual high school graduation is tomorrow. So, like I said, this is graduation number 3. It's been a busy week, but starting in June, I will be posting. Well, I'm gonna be posting it before June anyway, but beginning in June, we're gonna have a set schedule to days that I'm gonna be doing my mix show live. And it will be exclusively on Patreon, you know, the first few days of the week, and then Friday and Saturday it'll be live on Patreon, one of my station affiliates, and Mixcloud. Just know that, But we're gonna be doing exclusive stuff like my infamous battles. I can't post them on Mixcloud because I'm playing too many songs by the same artist or group. But guess where they are? They're sitting on Patreon, the entire collection, and you can buy each individual mix. Matter of fact, I got a purple mix, rest in peace, Prince. I do a thing called the Thunder Sound mix where this week's been busy for me, but it's a 20-minute workout mix where it's a 20-minute workout. And I try to drop it every day at 6 a.m. on the West Coast, but I haven't been able to drop none because I've been busy with graduations and various things, you know. Excuse me. But for the most part, this is what's been going on with me, and I'm just kind of looking forward to it because even outside of, DJing and doing my show, I get my Uber on and I got real life stuff. Me and the plushy queen, she works from home and she gets it in and everything else. So, you know, we got a busy schedule of things that we get done, so it's just, trying to maintain and look forward to doing stuff and things of that nature and speak, when I mention her name, she decides to show up.
Good morning, everyone.
Yes. See, so we busy around this piece. Like I said, we got things that we trying to get done and changes are necessary, but for me, it's an addition too. So you'll be catching me, even if I'm not live, I'll still be trying to post videos and things like that. And yeah, so there it is. Everything is at the infamous DJ Remix. You can get my link tree. The Patreon is in the description right here. And wherever else you want to follow me. And I have the mixes, they're for sale. All right. So we're gonna get into some more deeper stuff as well. And again, me and this young lady right here, we got the At Mix Show podcast. We get into some different stuff as well. And yeah, all kind of stuff. The plushie queen got special festivities all the time. Plushies plus size lushies.com. Okay? Because she got the water bottles, they got Bluetooth speakers on the bottom of it, all kind of stuff. We're gonna get back into a routine of that stuff too. And she and I is gonna be walking and talking. I call this walkie talkie because I think I gave walk and talk to Otis, Mixmaster LV. So we call this walkie talkie. So they've been watching me walk back and forth. Plus, it's healthy, try to.
Listen, as you get older, you realize you're going to have to do a lot more to maintain.
Yeah, that's it. So this is the introduction and preview and precursor to things to come, okay? I bid all of you a wonderful, positive, as stress-free as possible. No negativity. We give no negativity free promotion at all. Okay? God bless you all. Keep doing what you're doing. Everything is at the infamous DJ Remix. Okay? Hear me, see you very, 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 very soon. And sharing is caring. So as usual, this goes out to all my global, mobile, moving and grooving, money making, shaking and taking, working, lurking, and sometimes twerking people. All right. Love you guys, but I'm up out of here. And that would do it for me. If you got this on the playback, you know where it's at. Holla.
It's the Infamous One podcast.